Legend here, and today we've got a Saving Your Disaster campaign, Saving Your Disaster battle, Last Stand all rolled into one, because it's all three. So playing as Kazrak One-Eye, with all of his faction's forces, he's defending against the Empire here, and if we lose this, it's basically game over. I believe the difficulty rating is on very hard. Now, that's not the worst balance of power I've ever seen, but it's still pretty bad, because it's not going to be an easy fight. So, we outnumber them, but numbers obviously aren't everything. It's a case of, it's quality versus quantity. So, looking at the context of the situation here, I think what's happened is that Karl Franz went and occupied Quenelles here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And, as in it was a ruin. That's why his army's, evenly, worn out. And then the player went and besieged it, but didn't assault it, despite the fact he had siege attacker. So if he had attacked it straight away, well then this probably wouldn't be a problem now. But this is why you got to not besiege settlements for long periods of time. It gives, especially as a horde, because it gives the enemy chance to come up and catch you. So because of his, I guess, reluctance to press the attack, he now has to defend, and he's in a far worse position because Volkmar's army is pretty considerable. So yeah, quality versus quantity. Let's do this. I have a bit of a plan because one thing I'm noticing about this army is that there's no artillery in any of them. That means that we have... There is something I can do. I have to call upon the powers of Jeff, though, to summon some cheese. But I have an idea. I don't know exactly how viable it is. So, I decided to do a large battle, because it's only on normal unit scale, right? Yeah, well, I got an idea. So basically this. Because they have no artillery, that means that a blob is viable. So this is something that I would do in my Vampire Counts campaign, right? So we get into a blob, which will make... I mean, they don't have a lot of anti-large, but it's fine. Sorry, anti-large. They don't have a lot of large units. Obviously, fighting in the forest would make it easier to defend against, like, cavalry. And we do have Minotaurs, which I don't think... No forest penalty, okay, that's good. So they fight fine in the forest. We've got Ungor Raiders, though. I think what I'll do with them is I will hide them and save them for the end of the battle. Minotaurs stay in here, because they work well in a blob. They probably will get shot, but the trees will protect their missile units. Kazrak, you stay in there. And reinforcements will have to come in over here, get to the blob. And you might be wondering, what the hell is he thinking? Right? Well, the plan is this. To get them to do what we do in a Vampire Count campaign, to go around and just surround us with our blob. We have to hold our position as best we can, and we hit them with vortex spells, or something like that, that'll kill absolutely shitloads of them. Because we have no killing power with this army here. This is just trash, you know? Flanking, it's just not going to do anything on the difficulty because of how much experience they have as well. It's just, we're not going to break them. If we can't break them, we got to kill them. So I'll maximize the potential of my best unit, which is the Brave Shaman. So I'm going to lure them over here with the Minotaurs, actually, because they need to know where I am, right? Otherwise, they're just going to completely dick around. I could cast a spell at first, but I reckon we're going to need all the magic we can get for this blob here. So we've also got a bounce of power. It is on very hard difficulty. So yeah, I'm just basically using this to get their attention. So we'll leave all the Ungor Raiders here, because they're going to be of no use in the blob, and we might be able to use them at the end of the battle. There are definitely some strengths and weaknesses to blobbing. A strength of the blob is that it allows you to have your general essentially put leadership on all units in your army. The downside is you get surrounded and get the flanking penalty. Unless you position yourself in such a way that it's actually a box, not so much a blob. Shit. Yeah, I only want them to get their attention. I didn't actually want them to get shot. I wasn't paying enough attention there. So yeah, we can see that, okay, the bounce of power on the campaign map was definitely wrong, but that's still not in our favor. And also, it's more about strategic advantages than anything, and this is all we got. I wish we had Arcane Conduit. Seems like this campaign wasn't taking my my Beastman guide into consideration. Didn't level up the army fast enough, because this is... I don't even know what turn this is. So yeah, they should know where we are now. Let's keep these guys out of it. Oh, control group. Now, we've got the Purple Sun of Xerius, right? Now, here's the thing. Because we're blobbing up, it could backfire big time. Like, that's the thing about the Wind of Death. If you aim it right, it's not going to backfire. But with this, I could aim it on the edge here, and it could just roll right into my own army. So, we're not only praying to Jeff, but we're also praying to Ranald, the god of luck, I believe. So, it's a big gamble here. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Right, look, let's give him a warning shot. Because we'll be able to cast it again, and this one did well. Now, what I've often found is that the Vortex spells, more often than not, seem to move away from the caster. So I need, whatever position we do, we need to make sure that the caster is facing away from. So yeah, also, we're not really taking that much damage. Most of our units do have shields, and the forest is going to block a lot of it. Of their missiles. We'll use these guys at the end of the battle. Could also be doing some Spirit Leech on, like, on generals, because it's on normal unit scale. I really wish we had something, I wish we had a Shadow Wizard with the pendulum thing. That would have been so much more useful. Oh dear. We can cast it again now. And it might hit our own blob, which would be very funny for you guys at the very least, so. Here we go. I'm so... Oh dear. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Just wait, not yet. Just wait until they've committed before using the other guys. So that's it, you guys be taking on Kazrak there. So, you know, not too much damage at the moment. They are anti-infantry, but I just sort of want to keep them away from the gunners. There's more coming in. We want more in the blob. So Kazrak can heal. Alright, oh my god, here we go. Oh dear, here we go. Oh, Ronald! Thank you! Oh, yes! Fuck you and die. Oh, perfect! Oh, look at that! Oh my god. It worked! Oh, Kazrak, don't die on me. Shit. Battle's not over yet, though. Oh, God, they're doing so much damage to my heroes. Okay, look. I'm not going to test Fate again. I'm going to try and Spirit Leech from now on, but the problem is I can't fucking see their banners. Yeah, I think you need to get over here, shoot their handgunners. Where's Volkmar? He's only level 3, we should be able to beat him. There's Volkmar. Should try to use them maybe a little bit more cycle chargey. Maybe, actually, let's bring him into the missile units over here. There's no one really defending them now. Let's chase them away. These guys are essentially our cavalry. Never underestimate the power of the blob. 70 kills did he end up getting? On normal unit scale. That's like 800 if it was on huge unit scale. So I don't give a shit about any of the Ungors. If any of them get wiped out, I could care less. But we don't want the Minotaurs to get wiped out. We've won the battle. It's just a matter of now damage control. It actually would be better if Karl Franz didn't get killed. Because otherwise they'll just get another generic general and he'll have full health. So now we just need to try to inflict the army loss penalty. Now, also, it'll obviously come into question, how many times did I try this before I actually got the result that I wanted with that purple sun? That was the first try. This is the first try. I looked at this army, I was just like, blob. Gotta blob it. Because the thing is, with something like that, that could have so easily backfired, and just be like, just wait until you get the right one. But that was the first try. If it wasn't the first try, I'd let you know. Someone's unbreakable. The Caribou Greatswords. Did we? Yeah, okay. Now, since it's actually a disaster campaign, this isn't just the end of the video. Let's just see if we can tidy things up a little bit for him. Yeah, the most important thing was that the Minotaurs didn't get killed, and so it's good they didn't. So I'll do a bit of an evaluation on how the campaign's going and see if there's some tidy up that needs doing. But I mean, with the Beastmen, I mean, all you gotta do is just go hide in the woods for a little while and you recover. But obviously the army's pretty beat up. I don't think any units got wiped out though. But even if they did, it's just Ungors. You really need to be working towards getting Bestigors as Khazrak, but it seems to be fairly early on in the campaign. Yeah, I'm happy with the Pyrrhic victory because if we had attacked them head on, that would have been a very difficult fight. And we wouldn't have been able to break them. And because it's on very hard difficulty, and because Khazrak is not on a mount, like, their heroes would have beaten our heroes. So we had to make use of magic. It was the biggest advantage that we had. So we had to set them up to fail. So, none of our units got wiped out. Most of Volkmar's army got wiped out. Most of Karl Franz did as well. If I don't do this, you might end up with a... Yeah, you're probably going to need the money. Like a Brayherd right now is not really super important. Wait. It wasn't a full stack in the first place, was it? I don't know why I didn't make the attack on Quenelles. I mean, it's not even a walled city. And from the look of it, it's just a ruin. So you're just doing that. I can't understand the logic of besieging it and not attacking it. I just don't understand. Because Kazrak's army alone should have been enough to take it. So it just didn't make sense. So you were recruiting. You just wanted a few extra troops. Well, that'll certainly come in handy. Volkmar the Grimm's trait. Alright, let's have a look at what you got going on. Okay, we're not making very much money. What's going on here? Ah, this is so amateur. Okay. Look, you gotta get this first, okay? Well, what turn is it? 46. So you didn't... You gotta have a punching bag. How'd you level him up? Blessed by evil. I see. Were you trying to get to Children of Chaos? Okay, that's fair enough. No, I don't think you were. You. Yeah, this is really basic. Okay. Reduced upkeep on that's not bad, but you got to get this. You got to get the growth going with it. Okay. Makes no sense, I guess, to back off now because we would have gotten some recovery. Honestly, I don't feel like this is a disaster campaign anymore. I mean, you can blow this up, and then just head back into Allied territory to heal. So we could probably just auto-resolve that. Like, who cares? Honestly, you probably need to reduce your expenditure anyway. And I wanted this guy here to take on Volkmar so that he can get the trade as well. Obviously, you know, don't lose him. So, yeah, get yourself a Razor Gore Chariot. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna need it. That would have made him a lot stronger in that other battle. So this is why you don't need Lightning Strike, because you could just do this. Just auto-resolve will be fine. Like I said, again, you gotta reduce your costs. Like, your armies are garbage. And then just bring him into allied territory. It's good that you've got an ally with Clan Squire. Razor Gore Chariot for them is at rank 10. Sorry, 12. Yeah, what you really need to be getting is Children of Chaos. That makes a big difference in growth, because you're always going to need growth. Now, as for your finances, that's obviously a little bit of a concern. I would recommend taking a step back for a little bit and just building up some money and just accumulate some growth as well for a little while. You really need to get this developed. You can't, yeah, maybe come over to Brion next. Maybe? But yeah, I'd say that this disaster's been averted. It's just a regular campaign now. It was just that battle there had to be dealt with. Anyway, that's the end of this one, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time, fuckers.